Today I'm going to be breaking down Magician by MORRAVEY and Davido, where as usual I'm going to be talking you through the various elements that I'm picking up on as we go through it. Standout element for me has to be the vocals. They are absolute fire on this track, and there are also some cheeky little elements that come in that just add some nice touches to the production, and we're going to be talking about this and more in today's video. Right, grab your headphones, let's get into some music. Right, like the way we get straight into it. Transition. Nice vocals. Okay, right, going to stop it there because we are fully into the pre-chorus now. I just didn't want to stop it because I was vibing. But let's talk about the intro and the first verse. All right, so let's kick off with the intro. It's 8 bars long, so about average. But what I really like about it is the fact that we get quite a lot from the get-go. So we get the kick drum and we've got the percussions in there. We've got the melody in there, which is these kind of like pulsing or wavy type keys. So we get a dun, 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 which is providing a sense of rhythm, obviously along with the drums and the percussions. We get a cheeky little guitar at the end of bar 4, which is a nice touch, only used once within the intro. We also get some vocal elements, and they're more kind of like sounds really, not singing, vocal runs, ad-libs or anything like that. And as I already mentioned in the video, we get a nice transition that takes us out of the intro into the first verse. Talking about the first verse, the first thing that we notice is that those pulsating or those wavy keys that were in the intro, they get removed from the mix and they're actually replaced with more standard keys. So pay attention to that. Secondly, bass comes into the mix, but if you pay attention to it, it's actually following or is closely aligned to the rhythm of the kick drum. And then finally, you've got the vocals. They waste no time in layering those vocals, specifically the back end phrases. So yeah, they're not messing about when it comes to enhancing the vocals early on in this track. So let's go back and let's listen. Right, all the percussion's in. Pulsey keys. There's that guitar. You can hear those vocal sounds. Transition. Boom. Listen to the bass. Layered back end phrases. Listen to the keys as well, they're different. Transition again. Okay, right, stop it there because we have moved over into the second verse from Davido. So let's focus or talk about the pre-chorus and the chorus. So there's not really a lot to say about the pre-chorus, if I'm being honest, because not much changes. But one thing I do want to draw your attention to, and I want you to try and listen out for, is the pulsing keys that I said were in the intro were removed in the first verse. Well, actually, they make a return in the second segment of the pre-chorus. But you will have to listen really hard for it because it's subtle and it's buried quite far back in the mix. Moving on to the chorus then, because this is where the meaty stuff is. So the first thing that we notice, purely because it's the most obvious, is we get what seems to be a mix of a synth bass and a log drum being brought into the mix. Could be an 808 in there as well, but I can't be 100% sure. But what I want to draw your attention to, particularly with this sound, is the way that it's being used. You notice it only comes in every now and again, unlike other recently released tracks whereby they use this sound to either pick up the pacing rhythm or to even change it in its entirety. Here, it's not being used for that purpose. Now, the second thing that we notice is that we actually get some repeated phrases. So we have the lead line, and then shortly after that, we have the back end phrase that gets repeated by these really nice, layered, loud, and powerful vocals. And that's just helping to really enhance the chorus, at least on the vocal side. And then the third thing that we notice is that we get two sets of guitars. We get a lead guitar, what I'm going to call a lead guitar. It's panned slightly to the left and it's a ding, ding, ding. But we also have another guitar which is panned almost completely to the right hand side, and it almost responds to that lead guitar with a ding, right? So just pay attention to that because it's a really nice touch to be bringing into the chorus. And let's go back and let's listen.
I don't meet the only father. It don't dey my matter. If you say I don't fit do, I'm the now waiting I go do. I enter like magician. I shock you star.
Synth bass, love drum. Listen to guitars. Repeated phrases.
When I bust up, I don't show when I can't stop. You can't stop me. They take shots, but I get caught. No one can stop me. Shutting down city, giant love. I'm living my dreams from Shoba to Yankee. I saw enter the hammer.
My alma mater.
You say you can't they wonder.
Say wetin I go do.
You don't need the holy papa.
It don't dey my matter. If you say I don't fit do, I'm the now waiting.
Okay, right, we're going to stop it there because we are about to leak over into the chorus. We're in the pre-chorus. Really, I should have stopped it on the end of Davido's verse, but I was into it, man, so I just let it carry over. So let's just talk about some of the changes within Davido's verse. Let's talk about, you know, the pre-chorus because there's just one element that I want to talk about there, and then we can go ahead and see the rest of the track out. Okay, so the first thing that we notice within the second verse is that the percussions get cut when Davido comes in. But what we also notice is we have a temporary cut in the bass. So when the drums come in, you notice that the bass doesn't come in straight away. It comes in just a little bit later on. The second thing that we notice is we now have guitars in the mix. Yes, we had them in the chorus, but the key differentiator here is that we have them in the second verse, but we didn't have them in the first verse. And then the final thing is Davido's vocals. So from the get-go, they are big, they are layered, they are wide, and they are filling up all the space on the track. They're not just having the back end phrases layered. And another thing that we notice is that Davido, for the most part of that second verse, is actually singing in quite a high range. But he does give us a break midway through the verse where he slips down to a slightly lower range. And then on the pre-chorus, just something that I like really, and that's the fact that it's shared. So as the listener, rather than having the pre-chorus, which is just kind of being driven by one artist, this second pre-chorus is now being shared, which means we get a switch up between the two artists. So let's go back and let's listen.
I don't show when I can't stop. You can't stop me.
Now the bass comes back in.
No one can stop me. Shutting down city.
Now he's dipped lower. Now he's back up. There you go. Shared pre-chorus. Shared chorus as well. Right, just very quickly, notice that we've got some vocal runs now. We've got a shared chorus, and you can hear Davido in the back just kind of doing these vocal runs over the top of all of those other vocals. Just listen, we'll go back one or two, that's it. There. Synth bass and log drum is also in. Outro now. Bangs, mate. Okay, that's it for me. If you want to see more breakdown and analysis videos, there'll be things popping up on the screen right now. Other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and I will see you in the next one.